What's going on with COVID? Today is the 4th of May, 2023, and I was questioning a few days ago, what's going on with COVID? There doesn't seem to be a lot in the news. You really have to almost go out of your way to find the information out. A lot of states and counties, in at least the United States, aren't even giving numbers on hospitalizations and deaths. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Most recently, one of our hospital chains here stopped mandating masks in the hospital. Did you know at this time there are still 150 people per day in America dying of COVID? It's ridiculous that we've been going through this pandemic this long and we still have so many people dying. And that's not including things like long COVID. And God knows how many people have had their lives touched by something like that, whether it was themselves or a friend or a family member. 150 people in May of 2023 are dying a day of COVID. I think that number needs to sink in. The World Health Organization, as of now, still considers COVID a threat to all of humanity. Why is our government ignoring that? Why are our states and municipalities and the corporations and our hospitals ignoring that? A lot of it probably just has to do with the fact that people are ignoring it themselves. How many people are wearing masks or taking even the simplest precautions? Now, I'm going from one extreme to discussing another. I still haven't been to any restaurants. I've been to the gym, and I've been to the doctor's and to the grocery store, and that's pretty much it. I know a lot of people are doing a lot more than I am, and that's great if you're doing it safely. My concern is that a lot of people aren't being safe when they could be safer. If that involves wearing a mask or just coughing into your sleeve or covering your nose when you sneeze. And if you're sick, stay home. Don't go out. Don't go to work. Don't put other people's lives in jeopardy. It's simple things that we're all taught as children. Common sense things that we just either don't feel inclined to care about or feeling that we don't or aren't impacted. That's somebody else's rules. That's for somebody else. What is it with human nature that we can just ignore what's right in front of our faces? I'm not saying you are doing any of these things. It's not my place to judge anyone. But if you are one of those people who just completely and flagrantly disregard common sense, why? What is it that is happening that just makes you think that it's not important or too restrictive or a limitation of your freedom? You know, obviously we all have to go to work. We all have to go to the doctors. We all have commitments that we have to do. And we all want to take a vacation. We all want to see our friends and our family and go to restaurants. And if you're doing it safely, great. But if you're on a plane or on a bus or with other people, why wouldn't you take precautions? Why would you put yourself and someone else at jeopardy? And if you still don't believe COVID is real, what is wrong with you? I'd probably get demonetized for that statement, but I don't have enough followers and viewers at this point to worry about that particular concern, so excuse me for that one. what does it take? I mean, people are going to die from this, whether or not we take precautions, obviously. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be taking precautions. It doesn't, we should be doing everything we possibly can to prevent anyone from dying. Whether that's your neighbor, or a coworker, or a friend, or a person who's sharing your room in a dormitory at a hostel on a vacation. Am I speaking to the choir on this? I mean, I just don't get it. If you disagree with me, please, in as comprehensible manner as you can, put your comments below and share with me what I'm missing. Thank you very much for listening today. Take care.